But do you really know that they live? They truly do live. Do you know why abductions seem to involve reproductive organs and genetic manipulation? Now you know. It's to usurp the organic people of this planet. Now the people of this planet, I believe, wouldn't mind having any good neighbor, any good person. And that's why it's so difficult to convince the people of this planet that the resolution might involve physically taking it back, not fighting each other, not finding harm with one nation upon another nation, but finding out that there really is an infiltration from an alien being and that we have been invaded and that their very nature is often called satanic, often called diabolical, evil. I certainly think you could call it pathological. Wonder where we're going to be in another 100 years if we allow them to continue. Will we even be here? Will we even be able to exist? Don't they have plans? Doesn't it seem interesting to you that in America particularly, they removed all sign of your culture, and in particular, removed the location where you're from? If you look at an application and you mark all the little categories off, you will see it will have African American referring to a landmass. You will see that there's Hispanic. That's a race. Well, what race is the Hispanics? What do you think of as far as a landmass? New Zealand? Australia? No, you've got them connected, right? You know the answer. So there's another little box they check off on those applications for work when they take their little survey of, EEO laws, equal employment opportunities. And it used to say something other than white. It used to say Caucasian. The alien, doesn't want you to know that white men were in the Caucasus Mountains for a reason. Because that is extremely close to where they came from. And they don't want you to find out you fought them as a white man very early in your daddies and your daddies fought them. They don't want you to know. It's about 4:15 and I'm going to continue our discussion. You know, one of the things that is really important is that you begin to understand that in order to live the way that the organic indigenous people of this planet first lived by is by knowing their neighbor. And that if you rescued somebody and you became a do-gooder, you ended up being knighted and turned into royalty. Because it wasn't about whether you followed the laws. It was whether or not you did good. If you get trusted to be doing good, then you could be a monarch of your own land. Doesn't that ring kind of strange that we can't have that happen anymore? Isn't it interesting that a certain group of people called them have put together codes? A lot of you will be saying, well, yeah, they had 600 and some odd Mosaic laws to be obeyed, and that was religion. Maybe the original Israelites didn't have 600 some odd laws. Maybe they got infiltrated, and the Talmud was actually the Nephilim. Every institution, every religion on this planet, every monarchical system has been infiltrated, guys. And we, the people, have been told, oh, you poor proletariat, cast off the bourgeoisie and put in place all the desires of your heart and let us lead you to freedom. Well, who you cast off was the monarchical protection. Yeah, no, you might have some poor sap that doesn't know anything about anything become a ruler. But you're guaranteed diabolical, evil agendas when you put Anunnaki Nephilim in charge. Who would you rather have? Somebody that doesn't know how to do anything, or somebody that's actually planning your demise step by step? First, Randy Weaver gets killed. Interesting. They called him a race hater. Then they killed some people in Texas. Nice little sacrifice. Some more in Oklahoma City. Bigger yet. Gosh, let's sacrifice some more in the Anunnaki system. And they took down the World Trade Center. Whoa, that was great. Now let's kill some more. Only, gosh, now we've used some of the science that we've gotten from our daddies. See, folks, isn't it interesting that all of a sudden when you are educated by higher learning, which they have put in place, that when you go there, you take these classes to prep you to go to these prep schools, and you learn Greek, okay? You learn the Greek mythological systems, and all of a sudden these idiots, as they call them back then, were some bozos that went around putting up statues of fake mythological people that had absolutely nothing to do other than with superstition. That's what they want you to believe. And so they rewrite that story and put it into Greek mythology so that you are getting told at least some kind of story that says this. By the way, the ancestors of this world were brilliant. They were math geniuses. They learned the square root, and they learned pi, and all that, of course, was given to them by somebody. Yeah, the Phoenicians were really good at that, folks. And I'll have to tell you why some other time. But they were brain dead stupid because, golly, guess what? They worshipped there was some mythological stuff called Greek gods. Today we have to be told it was a lie, because if it were true, then we'd be asking, who are they? Where are they? Where did they go? You think you're smart? You've gone to school? Then figure it out. Why do they have constant, over and over constant stories of mythological creatures? Why were they half human? Why were they half bull and half man? Why were some of them half horse and half man? Because these creatures manipulated even the genetics of the animals. That's why you have stories of annihilations of civilizations, not because of some natural disaster,